We made it to the top. All the way to the top. Hey travelers, welcome to Tripping with Amadi. If you are new to my channel, I revisit some of my fun times during my travel while I help you out on yours. In today's video, as you are trying to figure out things to do for your upcoming Colombia trip, I'm going to tell you top 5 things that I would suggest you do while you are in Medellin, Colombia. It's in no particular order, and let's get right on into the video. So number 5, I am going to tell you to go to Guadape. So Guadape is a great place for a day trip. There are people that I've met that did like an overnight and a couple of days there, but I would definitely say you don't need to stay that long. It's a cute little town, and the main attraction is the Rock of Peñón. So it is a rock that you can climb all the, well, it's not actually climbing, let me take that back, or walk all the way up. It's a 700 plus stairs, and it's like solid concrete stairs. I would say as the higher you get, the more tightening your breath gets. So definitely be prepared to sweat, be prepared to breathe a little bit heavy, but it feels very victorious once you get on top, and it was a really great experience. And that was honestly one of the highlights I had in Medellin. So it's about 2 hours and a half outside of the city, but there are so many tours that pick you up very early in the morning so you can get there. Number 4 is Comuna 13. So this is a community that now is famous for its graffiti and its artwork. And when I say graffiti, I'm not talking about the stuff that you see on the side of a train. Like, nah, this is like high class art. Like what they did with the walls and the areas within this comuna is very, very amazing. And it's built out of a history of police, state, and drug trafficking violence within the community. And essentially individuals within the art community wanted to express themselves about the treatment that they have experienced during the years of a lot of violence and conflict within their comuna, and similar stories in other comunas as well. So Comuna 13 is one of the only comunas that have actually escalators. So part of the experience as you're touring it are these escalators, essentially a gift from the government about all the pain and corruption that has happened within that area. And there is a lot of historical importance within that comuna because it was occupied as there was a war against the communists as well as drug traffickers within that area. And just going up that comuna, it's very powerful to hear these stories, but it's very interesting just to understand the way that a lot of individuals live and just the way that the city is structured. It's funny, this is aside, but I had a conversation with someone and they're like, I was amazed when I went to America and a lot of rich folks lived on the hill. This is the total opposite of what I experienced, because normally the more people with economic issues tend to live on the hill. That's such an interesting idea of like how city planning is depending on where you live in and understanding different ways of city planning. So I thought that was really interesting. I definitely would recommend for you to go to Comuna 13. So I stayed in the area El Poblado, and on Sundays they have a farmer's market. So I think it was really cool, and this is gonna be our number 3. I think it's really cool to see the different types of foods and fruits and interact with local people. So I would definitely recommend going to the Sunday market, farmers market. I think it's a great way of interacting and learning about a different culture, as well as getting some delicious eats. I also got some cool t-shirts this is me being touristy, and I'm not even that type of girl to be getting a lot of different things, but I bought a couple of things there. I bought some honey. It was like some ginger honey. It was popping. It was good. But I was able to buy a couple of knickknacks, and I had a really good time. And I had someone that from our hostel that was guiding us and taking us there and explaining the different types of peppers and all of those fun stuff. Number 2 is gonna be coffee tours. So you don't necessarily have to leave Medellin to experience coffee tours. And I like to visit coffee tours because I'm coming to find out that I like coffee more than I did when I was younger. I was not the type of person in undergrad who had to have coffee. I honestly didn't start drinking coffee until I was a teacher. But I've found a love of coffee, and I love to go on coffee tours. I've gone on coffee tours in Jamaica as well as Costa Rica and now Colombia. And it's very interesting to taste the different types of coffee and to understand the subtleties and the differences. I did recommend in my last video when I talked about Cartagena to go to coffee shops to experience Colombian coffee. And it was really interesting because the guy on the tour and on our coffee tour, he said that the Colombian coffee there is actually not good. The Colombian coffee that gets exported is actually better. So I thought that was really interesting, but it made sense. Like, you're gonna be exporting the best of the best and leaving kind of like the scraps or the less quality coffee here. But my amateur taste still enjoyed the coffee that was in Colombia. I thought it was really amazing and way better than what I get from Trader Joe's. So hey, call me amateur. And number 1, if you are not staying in El Poblado, I would definitely recommend for you to go visit the neighborhood. So it's a section within Medellin, and it's definitely tourist friendly, but at the same time, you have people who are from Medellin, who are from Colombia, who actually live there. So it's a nice mix of expats, tourists, as well as locals as well. They have really cool bars there, as well as great like upscale restaurants that are to die for. I really had a great time. I did find myself staying within the area, but actually the area is pretty big. I did leave outside of El Poblado a couple of times, but when I was eating and I had a spa day for myself as well, I stayed within the neighborhood. But there's just so many great things to do there. I would definitely recommend for you to try it out. If you are interested in knowing what I did for my whole trip in Medellin, I'm gonna be making a vlog showing you the different things that I do. Definitely stay tuned for that. And I want you to like and comment this video. Tell me what you liked about it. Tell me if I missed anything. I know I did. The great thing about Medellin is such a big city, so there's so many things to do and so many places to explore. I went bar hopping, but I didn't even crack the surface of the bars. La House was really fun. I really had a great time there, and there's another bar that has like a ball pit, so that was interesting. Not my type of music. I think it was like hard metal rock. I don't even know what it's called, but it was like rock music, and then it was like salsa, which was fine, but it was like very sensual salsa, and I'm like, my man is at home, so I'm not really trying to do this. But overall, there's so many things to do in Medellin, and I want to know what you guys did when you went there. Make sure you put it in the comments. Thanks for stopping by and subscribing to this channel, and if you're not subscribed, hopefully I have convinced you to. Have a great rest of your day.